Even when the odds are against us, we can conquer anything with God's help. When we put our faith in God, He gives us the strength to face any obstacle. True Christians can discern an enemy scheme throughout their lives. The enemy frequently targets one facet of our lives in particular. He strategizes, plans ahead, and devises schemes against us to attack us in many areas of our lives, but especially in one area, in the calling to serve God. You'll need this if you're going to be the person God has called you to be. If you're going to do what God has called you to do, you need this. It's courage. You need to seek courage from God. You know what? The enemy, the devil, is pursuing our beliefs. He wants to take away from us our courage, saying that what God said isn't true. That's exactly what he did to Eve. But does God want you to doubt, mistrust, and have unbelief? I'm trying to remind you that when you're called with a purpose, the enemy will try to instill fear in you. What God is asking you to accomplish will often be challenging. You'll need the courage to push forward. But on the opposite side of fear, God is working. He holds your biggest destiny in His possession. Your purpose is waiting for you on the other side of your fear, sitting with the legs crossed, waiting for you to arrive. But we must function with courage. Another reason we need the courage to work with purpose is because God mandates it. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, God says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Here, Joshua takes over from Moses. He didn't think he was qualified. He didn't feel strong, but God was trying to motivate him since he needed to lead these millions of people into the promised land. And God said, "Have I not commanded you?" How many times did God tell Joshua to be brave and strong? 7 times. Do you understand why God had to say that to him? Because he was afraid and needed God's encouragement to move on. God anticipates our courage. Why does he say that? Because he says, "I am with you." And who or what can stand against us if God is with us? Have I not commanded you? God is saying, have I not warned you to be courageous and strong because the Lord is with you? Our courage cannot be found in ourselves since fear is a powerful spirit. We're up against a powerful spirit, but we don't have to act in our own strength. God is the foundation. God must be the source of our courage. Our courage should not be based on anything other than our own power. It's all in the Lord's power. Fear not, he continues, for I am with you. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I am with you, says God. I am your creator. I will help you. I will assist you. I will support you." God is our source of strength. God is where we find our strength. We may lack the confidence and strength to confront some of the challenges that life may throw at us. We lack the power to split the red waters. We lack the strength to stand up to life's Goliath. We don't have the strength to walk on water without assistance. We don't. And that's okay, because God does. And He lives within us, giving us the power and courage to persevere. He calls us to understand that evil has wrapped many of us in fear. Fear comes to paralyze us. It comes to drag us down. It comes to restrict us from going the way God intended for us. When you're feeling that fear, that anxiety, it is not the Spirit of God. Because in the Spirit of God, there is liberty. There is freedom. I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a clear mind, declares God. However, when the enemy attempts to limit God's people, he places us in a pythonic grip, sucking out every ounce of strength and confidence we have. He wraps his python coils around you and eyes for your life. Now I banish the spirit of fear from your life by the power and authority of Jesus Christ. We need to imprison the spirit of fear because we seek God's confidence in this world. He claims that we can have the mind of Christ so that we do not have to act in fear in the name of Jesus. Because you and I will face obstacles and giants larger than us, we will require courage. The problems and levels of difficulty that we will experience in this life with our families, our health, our finances, societal struggles, and our relationships will all seek to bully us into a corner and force us to run and keep running. And what you'll need in those situations isn't a good speech. You'll need courage in the Lord so that you can triumph in the Lord's name and through the strength of His mind. This is one reason why you need courage. But another is because God frequently calls us to meaningful endeavors, and those callings are frequently accompanied by adversity. I know we wish God would just call us and everything would be easy, but God does not call us to be convenient. He summons us to our destiny, which is frequently accompanied by difficulty. It comes in what appears to be a giant. Do you recall how God addressed David? The first challenge David faced was a Goliath. He was outsized, outskilled, and outmatched. But David responded, "I come to you in the name of the Lord." And a giant was defeated and his head chopped off. Do you remember what he calls Peter to do? He instructs Peter on how to walk on water. You can't do it alone. But he called him and helped him. He summoned Moses to cross the Red Sea. Moses laments, "How am I going to cross it?" He adds, "Hold up your hand and don't talk to me. Keep your wits with you." You see, He will now call us to do things that seem impossible on our own, and we will need the courage that we can only find in Him.